Auckland is New Zealand's largest city with a plethora of things to see and do. In this series, filmmaker Amber Beaton, that's me, and comedian-musician Richie Simpson will be taking you to some of our favourite spots to grab a bite to eat, sink some booze, and talk a whole lot of shit. Hello, get in. Let's do this.
Okay. Where are we going?
We're going... Oh, hang on. Why is that not working?
Drive? You've got it in drive?
Today, I thought we would go to my favourite place. It's our watering hole, Ralph's.
You're right.
The first time that I ever went there, I had the eggs, and eggs are tricky when you're hungover.
Or vegan.
Ralph's actually has a pretty good vegan menu.
I think it's pronounced vegan. Yeah.
I'm a vegan.
It's like a pet peeve of theirs.
Vegan.
When you say vegan. Oh, you're vegan.
Vegan.
Oh, so you only eat honey, is that right?
Well, the good thing about them having that vegan menu is that even if you're rolling in on your fucking high horse, there's still some food for you.
Oh.
I delivered the message. Now what?
You want the best feed you ever had, you want the best music, you want the coolest people, you better get your ass to Ralph's Restaurant Mount Eden ASAP.
There you go.
I loved it.
You can cut that in there, eh?
Yeah, it'll be great.
Ralph's.
So we're gonna go there, it's like 10:30 a.m. and we're gonna eat breakfast. At night, it sort of changes.
It becomes a little bit of a party zone. I would go as far to say that it's actually the coolest like bar/restaurant in Auckland if you're not a normie that hangs out at Long Room.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And so, thus brings us to the fact that in our very first episode, I'm taking us to...
Long Room. All right.
Since the show is 50% about food, let's check out the menu. From the breakfast menu, try out the grilled banana and Greek yogurt waffles, or halloumi and eggs on ciabatta. Ralph's is pet friendly, so bring your dog when you come in for a cuppa. The night menu consistently changes, but you can be sure there's always a bunch of delicious burgers on there, and you can have your fries normal, curly, or loaded. I love it.
That is good.
The jalapeno poppers, they make me shit myself, but yeah, can't really deal with spicy food.
You pay for them the next morning, but YOLO.
What does YOLO stand for?
Something about jalapenos, I think.
Yeah.
Is it jalapenos or jalapenos?
I think it's jalapenos.
Jalapenos turtles, eh?
Yeah.
The jalapenos turtle mates for life. He's got a hot bottom because he's eaten too many jalapenos. Have you seen that doc on penguins that Benedict Cumberbatch does?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
That
he got the job because like he's so famous.
Yeah.
So that they were like, we want you to narrate this penguin documentary. But after the fact, and he'd signed all the contracts, they found out that he couldn't say penguin. So for the entire documentary, he just says pengling. He's like, these two penglings are fighting. And the male pengling is going to find food. He says pengling for the entire documentary. Pengling. Check it out on YouTube. Benedict Cumberbatch can't say penguin.
Aucklanders are very polite people and express this with delicate etiquette when out to dinner.
Have you ever told someone else's kid to shut the fuck up?
No.
Things to do in Auckland City.
I can't ever find anything to do here.
Well, have you ever been rock climbing?
Well, no, I haven't, but
Maybe you should pull your head in.
what, go rock climbing? Do I look like someone who's ready to go fucking rock climbing?
I think.
No. I'll lose one of my pins off my jacket.
Yeah. You'll get one of your ear holes caught on one of the little hand bits and tear your whole face off.
Fall off. Yeah.
It'll be on the news.
Well.
Chap loses his whole face on rock climbing wall.
Yeah.
Sues for $20 million.
That'd be perfect. They won't have $20 million there.
Maybe 20.
Yeah.
Sues for $20.
Okay, so we're here today with Bailey, who some of you might have seen before because he made the news by breaking his leg on stage.
Yep, that's me.
I hated that picture.
Yeah, I hate it now because of all the jokes that I get.
Your favourite band is Limp Bizkit?
Ha! Actually, haven't heard that one.
Haven't you?
No, that's pretty
Perfect. If you were an ingredient in beer, you'd be hops. Well, that's not what we're actually here to talk to Bailey about. One thing that I really like to do when I get to a new city is go out and watch music, preferably live music. And you have a promotions company as well.
Yep.
So you would have a really good knowledge base of where in Auckland people can go to grab a beer and watch some good music.
You know, you got places like King's Arms, obviously, which is a staple for New Zealand music. Great place, local, international, things like that. You got Ding Dong Lounge. They've got a great downstairs bar, but then upstairs they've got a venue, awesome sound in there now. You got a place like Whammy Bar, great to go for a gig and a beer.
Whammy is a really interesting one because there's also the wine cellar, and I don't think that it's the same thing, but you can kind of access.
Yep. Yeah, so I find like wine cellar and Whammy have different vibes going on. Wine cellar being more indie type focused, and Whammy being more punk rock and metal kind of orientated.
It's a dive bar.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's the sort of place, I mean, for me, that's what I like.
Craft beer's the in thing at the moment, so their craft beer selection is insanely good for for a bar, I find.
For someone that's coming from out of Auckland or out of New Zealand, what kind of music are they going to find here?
You're going to find so much variety in New Zealand. That's the great, and especially in Auckland, like that's the great thing about living here or even visiting here. There's just so much variety no matter what you're going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever. There's always going to be a different type of gig on. You're never going to get the same thing twice, really. You're going to get indie, you're going to get rock, you're going to get metal, and all the subgenres in between. It's just a thriving scene, I find, and it's fantastic.
Aucklanders are some of the safest drivers in the world.
Hey, what do you reckon about burning off this?
I'm gonna.
That's a Nissan Tida. I reckon you've got it. No problem.
Do you ever do that thing where
we
you
are
just
in the
like...
wrong lane. No, don't let her know you're gonna get it. Oh God. Okay, you got it. She's done.
Coming from one of the most famous wine-producing countries in the world, New Zealanders have very sophisticated and refined palates.
Should go and get a box of beers somewhere and just... We're flagless. Let's just go to the park.
Actually, when I was a teenager, it was the cemetery.
Oh, really?
Box of beers in the cemetery, yeah.
Why am I not surprised? There's a lot of catcalling that goes on, eh? I've like spoken to so many of my female friends that deal with like catcalling on a daily basis, pretty much.
There was this one time that this guy walked past Lisa and I, and he came straight up to us and went, "Yeah, I'd fuck the both of you." Like,
Perhaps.
Okay.
How'd that go for him?
We didn't fuck him, neither of us did, so...
I don't understand why. Seems like a good approach.
Yeah, no.
Was his voice kind of like that? Was he like a fuck both of you, Jane?
If it was like that, I would have fucked it.
Same. I would have just like swooped in like a modern day like superhero and saved you guys from having to fuck that dinner. I just would have fucked them.
Yeah.
For you guys.
You're like the fuck fairy.
Yeah.
Just swooping in to fuck.
Yeah. Every time someone gets catcalled, I like swoop in and just gob the dude off.
Alright, I'm excited about this because this is our very first episode of Good Food Shit Chat.
So yeah, we're here at Ralph's waiting for some menus. Gonna get a burger or two, maybe
I'm gonna get my
IPA.
eggs.
Yo!
Guys, how's it going?
Cheers, bro.
Good, thank you. Alright, what do you think is the best thing on this menu?
Probably the bacon butty.
I'm gonna go the butty then.
I'd love an IPA on tap. Good George is that? Yeah. And then I'll grab the Pedro's eggs.
Just put a main line in there.
Just IV it to me.
Yeah. I'll have a pernicious weed, bro.
Yep, sweet. All good.
Brad, thank you, Marcus.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, bro.
Cool.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, school.
Yeah. 8%.
Scale
Kill it
it.
easier. I mean, anyone's.
Yeah.
Fizzy wee. Fizzy
Okay.
tasty wee.
Since we're going to our favourite place to eat, I'd also review my favourite album
Favourite album?
It's my favourite album of right now.
Why don't you lift that thing up, Amber? Why don't you show everyone what your favourite album is?
Alright, so my pick for this week is Chelsea Wolfe, Pain is Beauty. It is so, so good, and I love it for a million reasons. A lot of her reviews call her folk or industrial or black metal, I've heard, which I think is just absolutely bizarre because I don't get really any of that stuff.
I'm not getting a black metal vibe.
No, it's strange, but she has
You can read the name for one.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't look like a bunch of songs.
Doesn't look like
Also, some people will probably be thinking, since Pain is Beauty has been out, she's had Abyss, and this one actually came out in 2013, but it was the first one I ever heard, and so if you're also listening to Chelsea Wolfe for the very first time, I really recommend this album. It's so good. But for me, I reckon it sounds more like if you took those little trip-hoppy songs in Deftones albums, you know, the ones that are sort of sprinkled throughout.
Electronica ones, yeah.
I love those ones. If you took those and say some How to Destroy Angels and a few songs from White Chalk by PJ Harvey, chuck them in a cauldron, mix them together.
Cauldron.
I think that this album, Pain is Beauty, would be the potion that you would make. It's so beautiful, it's so romantic, and it's dark as fuck, and I love it. It's really, really good.
She looks cool too. She looks like she's burning people with her laser eyes.
Yeah, she's
getting in there, just burning them out. You know what, if it wasn't for the red dress and the long hair, that could be me.
Yeah, it could. Okay, well, do you want to start making some goth music then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
I felt sad.
Chelsea Wolfe, Pain is Beauty. It's a good one. Go buy the vinyl.
You ready for my shit?
I've never heard this band before in my life.
This band is called Gojira, or Gojira, or Gojira. They're a French metal band. This is their new album, it's called Magma. The cover's pretty cool. The only thing missing, I think, is like a clown nose. Like a clown nose on the sun. I think the sun should have a clown nose. A little bit of colour, a little bit of red right there.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of heavy metal that's too much posturing, you know, like too much so.
Yeah.
It's heavy, but it's not heavy in the sense of being like pretentiously heavy. It's just heavy because it needs to be. My problem is with technical metal is it's like, here's an idea, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. It's like trying to read a book and someone just keeps kind of like moving the book while you're trying to read it.
Yeah.
And like you start feeling something and then all of a sudden, you know, Adam Sandler comes in and he's like, waka waka. And it's like, that's what I feel like technical metal's like, whereas these guys have kind of come from that background and have kind of grown out of it. So they've got the ability to do that stuff, but they've chosen not to on this record. And there's a lot of heart to it, and it's beautiful. So I think if you haven't heard Gojira Magma, you should check it out.
All right. Now, also, if you want both of our vinyls, if you want these, then we're going to give them away.
$100, send $100 to my account.
You can win these by subscribing to our YouTube channel, like the video, go follow us on Instagram, we're at Eat Like Wolves, and then just comment telling us that you followed and subscribed, and yeah, you'll go in the draw to win both of the vinyls.
You could sell it and buy a Katy Perry record. Would you have sex with Russell Brand? Like I just watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
And I was quite surprised at how feminine his hips were.
Yeah, I reckon he's quite feminine.
I reckon that Russell Brand would ride cowgirl with a dude. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I can imagine him just like whipping his hair around and just being like, fuck yeah, that's so great. Alright, put it inside me. Put it inside me. Alright? Alright, you're a horsey. You're a horsey.
Yeah, I reckon.
You're a horsey. There's something about him though. Probably would, just to say ahead. There's probably enough shit chat. Should probably maybe eat some food.
I'm so excited about this, it's been ages.
Cool, I'll grab you guys some cutlery.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
thanks.
I'm just gonna eat this, like this.
I'm just gonna headbutt this and just hope something gets in my mouth. It's like,
So enjoy, guys.
Yeah, what I love is that there's jalapenos on here, and I love jalapenos. Thank you. And I'm gonna eat them even though they give me the shits. And you know how it feels spicy when you eat the jalapeno?
It feels spicy on my
Let's see this food.
Bon appetit. That is amazing. I love it.
You should go to Ralph's and eat the food. Oh my god. Fuck, that's so good.
Yeah. If you're from Auckland and you're looking for somewhere else to go that's away from your usual, or if you're from out of Auckland or even out of New Zealand, remember that when you're here, Ralph's is in Mount Eden. It's very, very close to town. Come here, try this food. It's delicious. Also, you'll see a dog, you listen to some great music.
Yeah.
And the coffee's off the hook too.
Listen to Gojira, eat Ralph's. Everything else will work itself out.
Yeah.